today I wanted to do a short video on how to put ribbon or the mesh ribbon onto your Christmas tree. So this is a roll of about 30 feet, and I always wait till after Christmas to get mine on sale when it goes 80 and 90% off, and then it's really inexpensive. I did 2 rolls of the silver and 2 rolls of the blue, and they're 2 different techniques, and you can combine them or you can do them individually, and they just really add so much to a tree. I even do these just with the mesh at church just to decorate the trees. So however you want to do it, it just adds so much. I've seen so many people just put a ribbon on and not know how to do it that I wanted to do the film. Now, when I did the silver, I either started at the top or at the bottom and went all the way around and then tucked it up underneath the branches and then brought it up. And I was able to do 4 up and down rows, and I would say this is about an average size tree. I think it's probably 6 feet tall. It's not too small, and so if you had a smaller tree, you might even be able to do it with 1 roll. But as you're bringing it up, you're going to kind of work it, and so we started at the bottom, and as we're bringing it up, we would attach it and give it a puff. And I'll move up here to the next one where you can see that. So we kind of have a puff with our ribbon or our mesh. Now, I have an artificial tree, so the branches bend, and I just wrap them around the ribbon just like that. If you didn't have an artificial tree or had a real tree, just take your green ties, your garden ties, or wire, it doesn't matter as long as it's green, and cut a piece off and just tie it to your branches and do it that way. Now, I kept mine even as I went around so that I didn't have them angle different, but if you had a real tree, that wouldn't be an option. You would just be going from branch to branch, because on this one I did about every other row, I think, but if you wanted to do every row, that's fine too. But just poof it out, and then as you come up to the top, just join over to the next one and then keep on going. Now, if you had some left at the bottom, instead of cutting it off and being short next year, just roll it up and just stick it into the tree. That is not a big deal, and just keep on going all the way around your tree, and that's really, really simple. And I've done this on the outside of the second technique, and I'm going to show you that one in just a moment. When you're taking your mesh off the tree, as long as you're doing it nice and easy, you can use it again next year, and it's in the tree anyway. It's going to stick a little bit. Your ribbon wouldn't stick as much if you decided you wanted to use ribbon. I just really like the mesh so much better. Now, the silver really showed out, and our second layer is the blue. And when I'm decorating trees for church, I do just this layer. And this layer is not going to show up as much because this is a darker color and it's kind of blending into the back of the tree. So if you would do it in silver or gold or red is what I do the ones at church with, then it's really going to pop and stand out a lot more. So what I did with my blue is you want to end, I should say, first of all, you want to do this process after you have your Christmas lights on. This is a pre-lit tree, so they're already on. But if you have to put your lights on, put your lights on, then do this, and then decorate your tree so that all of that doesn't get in your way. And because I did the 2 method, I did also stick this in a little bit further than I normally would. But you're simply going to take the roll and unroll it on each layer of the tree and just kind of wrap it around and let it curl a little bit. Don't have it straight, just kind of curl just a little. See how we've got the curl there? And you can have more room if you are running short. This one only took me a 30 feet, 1.5 rolls to do, and I rolled it all the way up, And be careful when you're getting to the top. You still want to keep it the same distance. I get so many people that I see a Christmas tree and they'll start really tight and then they'll just do really, really loose at the bottom. So you want to make sure that you're on each layer of your Christmas tree to make it look right. And you'd rather have too much of the ribbon than not enough, because that just, to me, is just so incomplete and just doesn't look good when you're done. Another thing I did, because I wanted it to stand out more, is I also took the roll and I wrapped it inside the tree loosely around the pole so that I had extra color there showing. And I had the extra on top for my bow, and I didn't cut the long part. I just left that, and you can keep on going. And the bow is really, really simple. You just go back and forth and back and forth. You don't have to twist it like you do your ribbon bows. If you're doing ribbon, that would be different, because your bow is just going to fluff out with the mesh, and then just tie it with a pipe cleaner. And you want, for a tree, you want a big bow, a bow that's going to show and give it that grander feeling. So we're going to lay that up there. And I still had a part of the left, so I just kind of winded that down. You could do the bow and then do these down like we did our first layer and have them come right off of the bow and tie all of the layers into that and tie that directly to a bow. If you have an ornament that you like to put on your tree, put it on your tree and then take your bow and then put the ornament right in the middle and then wrap your bow around it so that the tree topper stands out. So there's a lot of ways that you can do that, and it will really make your tree look so much nicer. But by sticking it in and puffing it and giving it the loops, it just looks so much better than something that's just draped without twisting it or turning it or anything like that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got some useful information out of this video. Please subscribe to our videos, give us a thumbs up so we can continue to bring more of these. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you ever have any questions about what we did today or something else, please email me at art@miriamjoy.com. God bless.